coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Play fake. Bridgewater dancing to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. Wiggles free, and he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. To the air again with Bridgewater. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson from 6 yards away. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go back. Target.
Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watson on first down. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still with 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. Fights through, and now a crease. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with a J. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. From the gun, Bridgewater. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Come back, come back!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Robert Quinn. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Ajayi. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. They go play action. Bridgewater. Airing one deep for Curse. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Curse, 38 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry down for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Come back, come back. Two jet.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Looking deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
2nd down, Bridgewater. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's got a new one. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa. 55 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This one taken from the 7. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Watson now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Come back, come back. Two jet.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
First down, Bridgewater. Drops it off to Ajayi. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Go Delta. Delta.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Nunez got it, complete. And he's got some space here. There he goes, right side. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Come back. Richmond. Come back. Two jet.
Now a first down throw, Watson. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Come back. Richmond. Tiger. Two jet.
From the gun on third, Watson flushed out right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Two jet.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Delta. Get wide now. Go Delta.
From the gun, Bridgewater finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down.
Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to. My other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Green the line! Green the line! Come back! Come back!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Target!
Here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Hey, we got 3 down. 2 jet!
From the red zone now, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he's standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they lug him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Delta. We got it. No.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Delta. 5 down. No.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Come back. Black 22. Black 22.
Watson on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on second is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 30 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Watson now to throw. Eluding. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. Shrugs him off. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Fire down.
They run again with Ajayi. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Fire down.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Now it's Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fire down. No. Let's make these babies.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Get wide now. Check three.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Five down. Five down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. Even further for 3rd and long. Here's Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come back, come back. Hey. Tiger. Two jet.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10.
Five down. Hey, ready.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC championship game after this.
Five down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Hey, you got 3 down. Switch. Here we go. Five down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll